Introduced in 1993, the first generation Nissan Altima sold pretty well. It was proven to be very reliable and was rather fun to drive. A solid car all around, even today as an inexpensive used vehicle. Then in 1998, Nissan redesigned it into obscurity. The car was still pretty reliable overall and was rather fun to drive. And it even was bigger inside and out than the original. Surefire recipe for success, right? Problem was, it had the personality of a walnut. Staid styling, obvious cost cutting, and an overall teeny feel did the Altima no favors, and an affordable luxury advertising tagline no longer was true. The Nissan car faded from consumer shopping lists, kept alive thanks only to fleet sales and hefty rebates. With this third generation Altima, Nissan said it wanted to bring a sense of passion and driving spirit back into the segment. Wanted? More like needed. Since its redesign in 2002, the Nissan Altima has been a wild success as buyers have been won over by its likable combination of performance, space, and comfort. And even today, with that formula, the Nissan Altima is one of the best-selling family sedans on the market. So, let's go ahead and check out this 2006 Nissan Altima 2.5S. Now, when this Altima rolled out in the 2002 model year, it was definitely a radical departure from the mid-size family sedan class, and it was definitely one of the best looking family sedans you could buy. Now, it has a pretty sporting nature, as you can see, and a very athletic presence. You have these smoked out halogen headlights, which look pretty good in my opinion. But to be honest, I think this generation Altima is just as good looking as the 2007 to 2012 model. Now, changes to the Nissan Altima in 2006 are limited to package revisions and the addition of optional satellite radio. Now here goes the key fob for the vehicle. You have your lock, unlock to release your trunk, and then your panic button. It is a silver exterior color with a black cloth interior, full manual driver's seat adjustments. Now stepping on into the Altima here, you're greeted with a pretty stylish cabin overall. In fact, one of the most stylish cabins in the class in 2006. 2007 was when the Altima was fully redesigned and they gave you push button start. Now coming to your transmission, you have a 5-speed automatic. Now I actually prefer this transmission than the transmission they started to use, the CVT, in 2007. A 5-speed manual was available as well as a 6-speed manual. You have your e-brake right here too. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights and the hazards too. Automatic driver's side window, and let's go ahead and pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Now this one we have here actually has custom HID headlights, but it came standard with halogen headlights. Now under the hood here you have the base powertrain, which is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. Now this engine comes equipped with 175 horses and 180 pound-feet of torque. Now you did have the option of a more larger 3.5 liter V6, and back in the time it was one of the most powerful V6s in the class, producing 250 horses at 249 pound-feet of torque. Now, competitors of the Altima back in 06, you had its arch enemies, the Honda Accord as well as the Toyota Camry. And then you also did have the Ford Fusion, which was its first model year back in 06. And then you also did have the Chevrolet Malibu and the Volkswagen Passat. Have your power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, chrome door handles, nice soft touch cloth armrest, and it's soft to the touch on the upper door panel too. And let's go ahead and rev it up. Essentially, both engines render the 2006 Nissan Altima fun to drive, and its capable suspension gives the Nissan car a more sporting character than most family sedans. True enthusiasts will want to check out the Altima SER performance model, as it offers the most aggressively tuned suspension. Now, as far as the way the Altima drives, I quite like how the way it drives. The steering is just a little overboosted. However, it's better than other mid-size family sedans, such as the Kia Optima, Volkswagen Passat, the Toyota Camry, and the Honda Accord. Now, with this 2.5-liter four-cylinder, it still has a decent amount of power on tap here, but with the 3.5-liter V6, it can make for a very fun to drive vehicle. But overall, I think the Altima, this generation at least, has a nice balance between good handling as well as a decent, comfortable ride. And it's not as floaty as, say, as a Buick Century or a Toyota Camry. Now, coming up on this turn here, I can feel for where the vehicle is trying to go overall. I'm actually pretty impressed. There's a decent amount of power on tap. Now, if safety is a top priority for you in a vehicle, stability control, you can't get that on this generation Altima here. ABS was still actually an extra option back in '06 too. So overall, if you're looking for a mid-size family sedan that has decent handling as well as a decent comfortable ride and decent performance too, the Altima is pretty hard to beat. Nice. Now, as far as build quality and materials go inside of the Altima here, it's pretty good. You have nice soft touch padded materials up here on the dashboard. It's nice and soft touch. Hard plastic up here on this portion right here. Like I said, the upper door panel is nice and soft touch. And then right here you have a nice, decent soft touch center console. But overall, build quality and materials are pretty good. Not many panel gaps inside of here. Now, coming down here, you have a little storage cubby, 12-volt power outlet, then your cup holders, center console, and another 12-volt power outlet. And then coming down here, you have your AC controls, pretty self-explanatory, fan speeds, temperatures, and then your zones, and then your rear window defroster. Right here you have your presets, AM, FM, stereo system, CD player, very simple here. No infotainment systems here, and then you also do have another storage compartment right here. Manual dimming rearview mirror, sunglass container, interior illumination. Now, coming to the steering wheel design, I really do love the steering wheel design, and I think it is pretty stylish for 2006. One of the better looking steering wheels in the class. You have your cruise control buttons over here. And then you also do have a telescoping steering wheel. Coming to the gauges, I also do like the gauges. I like the orange around them. You have your RPM gauge, your speedometer, coolant temperature, and then your fuel gauge down there. Intermittent windshield wipers as well. Now, as far as visibility goes, visibility is pretty good out of the Altima. There's lots of glass area all around, and then especially in the rear too. Very easy to see out of the Altima. As far as the driver comfort goes, it's very good. I love the seats in this Altima. Very comfortable, pretty couch-like too, but decent amount of side bolstering, I have to say. I really do love these seats. Now, if you're looking for options like navigation as well as heated seats, they are available on this generation Altima. However, features such as blind spot monitoring or even a rear view camera weren't available in this generation Altima. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle, including the rear seat passenger space and the trunk capacity. Now, build quality and materials do follow through in the rear back here. You also do have chrome interior door handles, little storage cubby right there, as well as right there too. Now, sitting back here, it's actually decently sized, I have to say, and it's pretty comfortable. Love these seats. I love them just as much as the front ones. And you have your cup holders with your rear center armrest and dual mat pockets too. To be honest, these seats kind of remind me of the current generation Nissan Altima, of how they're so comfortable. Alright, decent amount of trunk space. These rear seats also do fold down 60-40 split. And you do have your emergency trunk release right there. Full manual passenger seat. Glove box. Alrighty. So with its sports car power and a mid-size sedan body, excellent handling, a roomy and comfortable interior, high level of features, and distinctive style, the 2006 Nissan Altima is a mid-size sedan to be desired, especially when equipped with a 250 horsepower V6 engine. However, though, it is lacking a bit in refinement. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.